Green, right? Yes, everybody first green, right? Okay, yes, let's go there. Here are 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's start with something very, very simple. I have a question for you. So today, this week, I was teaching a lesson in my classroom, okay? And I have to ask my students 2 questions. So how many of you here have been doing a volunteer work? Have you ever done a volunteer work? Huh? Nobody? So, okay, first of all, what it is a volunteer work? Can anyone tell me what it is a volunteer work? What do you think? I have seen a lot of students doing volunteer work. Anyone? You want to try? You want to try? So what do you understand what it is to be a volunteer work? Okay? So one thing that distinguishes volunteer work is, for example, that you don't get paid. For example, right now I'm volunteering to come here and come do the English course. I'm not being paid for this. When I'm teaching a class, the university is paying me. That's not volunteer work. Right? So when you're volunteering, you're doing something to help somebody or to help an organization, right? And you're not getting paid. So why would you be doing volunteer work then if you're not getting paid? Okay, that can be possible, but usually there is one main reason why people do volunteer work. So and that's not that. So what is it? Usually, for example, universities require students by the end of the course, you have to do a volunteer in a company. In order for you to graduate, you have at least to do one volunteer, one like working for experience. Oh, I gave the answer. So usually you do volunteer work, right? Because you're going to gain the experience of working in a company. How come you go to a job interview? Oh, do you have any experience? No, right? That's not good, right? So you have to do volunteer work in a company, and then you don't get paid. Sometimes you get help, right? A small amount of money for transportation or something like that, but usually you don't get paid. You do that because you want to gain experience. But also, for example, she said a few things here very interesting. You can have the opportunity to make friends, right? You have the opportunity to help somebody, to gain experience, to make some friends. Things start happening in your own life. So I see a lot of students, they're doing volunteer to help the school with, I don't know, playground activities, or there's a musical festival, there's some students where identification. I'm here to help manage the students, right, to organize the event. So this is a volunteer work, you don't get paid for it, right? But you get to meet new people, you get to make some friends, you get to have some experiences. And I kind of, when I was teaching this class to my students, I incentivize them to do a volunteer experience. Okay, now that you know what it is a volunteer experience, have you ever done something for no money, for just helping other people or institutions? Have you ever done this? What kind of a volunteer work have you done? Or store organization? Okay, what kind of activity? Okay. Have you made some friends there? For example, you have to be have an open-minded to make that happen, right? Because you can have a work experience. For example, when I was doing a working, for example, I was finishing school, my university degree. Every vacation, I find a company. Oh, can I do a working experience here? You don't have to pay me. And then I find every vacation, I find one company. Then I went there. But I could go there, I do the job, and then come back home, and I gain nothing for it. Right? But actually, when I go there, I kind of do the job. When I have nothing to do, I go to other department. Can I help you too? So what you're doing here? How long have you been working here? And then after I take some pictures, right? Me doing the job, working the company. I kind of record it. Oh, I did this experience in 2010, from January to February. After that, I asked the owner of the company, can you write me a letter of reference? A lot of my students, they do the volunteer work, but they don't get the reference letter They don't take pictures. They don't make friends. They're kind of losing the opportunity. So I wanted to incentivize you to do some volunteer experience, but make that experience good and useful. Take pictures, write about it, ask for a letter of reference, make some friends, talk to people, go to the department. What are you doing here? Can I help you? Can I get involved? I'm going to share with you one of my nicest experiences here in China. I came here in China in 2018, okay? So I'm going to share this with you because I want to talk about volunteer, right? So let's see here. I shared this in my class, and I want to share with you guys too. Okay, there we go. So this is in Juzhou, 2018. All right. So when I was in Juzhou, I saw other teachers giving lectures in the university, and then I talked to my supervisor. Oh, can I give a lecture too for free? And now, nice, you can give a lecture for free. So instead of setting me up to go to the library, right? So it was in December, like this. Today's December 17th. I remember it was December. So they set me up to do a lecture in the chemistry building. So in the entrance of the chemistry building on the day of my lecture, they put this sign there: "Warmly welcome, Brazilian teacher Marcelo Gonçalves Gameiro to give lectures in our college." So the Mr. Thompson was the director of the chemistry building. He opens the door for the auditorium for me to give a lecture, and he stays here in the corner and watch my lecture. So my lecture was here, and let me show you the room, right? So this is the room there. So the Mr. Thompson opened the room for me, and he stays to watch my lecture. After the lecture, he came to talk to me. Oh, nice lecture, I like it. And then he asked me, it was December, remember? So January, you don't have classes, right? This is a winter vacation. So he asked me, what are you going to do in winter? Are you going to back home or going to stay here? And then I told him, I have no plans. Probably going to stay here the whole January doing nothing at home. And then he proposed, now, would you like to teach my daughter English? Right? So here we go, Mr. Thompson and her daughter, right? So Mr. Thompson, he's the director of the chemistry building, I'm director of chemistry department, and Cynthia was her daughter. And I said, yes, okay, I can teach her daughter. But also, it was not only her daughter, his daughter, it was his daughter and a few of her cousins. So there you go. So he set up a classroom for me, like her daughter here, and her class, her cousins. Right? So I have about 10 students, about age of 14, 13 years of age, right? And they're nice kids. We have lots of fun teaching the class. I did this for 10 days. So 10 a.m. until midday, I was teaching them, right? So here's the classroom, slides, singing, vocabulary, discussion, right? Very fun. I had lots of fun with those kids. So what happens when the kids came 10 a.m. and then during we spent 2 hours together, and then in the 12 o'clock, their parents came to pick them up, right? So when the parents came to pick them up, we had lunch together. Meaning, where's the sorry, yeah. So the parents came to pick up their kids, right? And then we go to the restaurant and have lunch together. Even nicer. Oh, I got to, instead of eating alone at home, I got to eat with my students, my kids, right? And also with their parents. Okay. Now I have a question for you. What do you celebrate in February here in China? Very important holiday. Spring Festival, right? So I don't have family in China, okay? So I would stay alone at home in Spring Festival. I don't have family to go back to. So most of you travel back to home, right? To celebrate Spring Festival. So what happened is those parents, right? Oh, when it comes to the Spring Festival, they call me. Would you like to celebrate Spring Festival with us? We go pick you up, and then we can eat together, we can do something fun, and then we bring you back home by the end of the day. So before lunch, they can pick me up at home, so I don't have to travel, pick up a bus or anything, so they can pick me up. So we have lunch together. In the afternoon, we watch movies, we play games, we set fireworks, we walk in the park, and then we have a dinner, and then they bring me back home. So let me show the pictures, right? So this is the afternoon, movie theaters, setting fireworks at night, walk in the park, in the restaurants, making dumplings. Right? This is Monday. Tuesday, another parent, another fellow. Do you like to spend the Spring Festival with us Tuesday? And then I did that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days, 5 different families. I can tell you, that was my best Spring Festival ever. None of this would have happened if I didn't volunteer to give a lecture. Because I would never have met Mr. Thompson, I would never get the invitation to teach English, and I would never have this experience. But again, right? So that's what I wanted to start thinking. So when you're doing nothing, right, just studying for your degree, you're learning the low level. You have the opportunity to make more of your university years. Volunteer, but open-minded, make friends, talk to people, right? Help people. And things like this will happen in your life as well. Okay? This is an important message because I am doing volunteer work all the time. For example, I'm not getting paid to be here. But because of English Corner, I make friends with a lot of all of you guys. Some of them are very nice friends. For example, she's my good friend. I made friends with her a few weeks ago. Right? Remember? And then we eat together in the canteen. We have nice talk. I remember one day we went to the canteen and we talked for 3 or 4 hours. Remember? So it was really nice. And for me as well, because I am here, no family here. I don't know anyone. So this is how I got to make friends here with you guys. So please do the same. Make your life in the university count more than just for a degree. So this is what I want to share. Okay, let's do something let's see if I have it here, vocabulary. Okay, I prepare kind of activity. I prepared 13 videos here, very short ones. This is going to help us to foster a discussion, okay? And also, but I need you guys to participate, otherwise there will be no fun. So let me find out. Okay, before we do the videos, let's do something to warm up, okay? So let's see how is your vocabulary, okay? So about, let's see vegetable vocabulary. Let's see how is your vocabulary about vegetable, okay? Just to see. Okay, what's this? Okay, so cucumber, okay, very good. So what's this? Onion. Okay. Yellow onion. But onion. Okay, no problem. Okay, this one is purple onion. Yeah. Okay, purple red onion. Okay, what's this? Garlic. Yes. What's this? Carrot. Huh? What is this? Cabbage. Cabbage. Red cabbage. Okay, what's this? Green. Green cabbage, right? Or, of course, yeah, they usually call white cabbage. Okay. So, what is this? Huh? No, what is it? This is a radish. Radish. This is kind of a, yeah, not very common. Okay, what is this? Yes, very good. Eggplant. Okay, eggplant. Okay, next. Mushroom. Okay, mushroom. Huh? What is it? Pepper. Pepper. Yes, red pepper. Okay. What is this? Anyone? No one? This is artichoke. I didn't even knew that myself. That's not very common. Okay, that's not very common. Okay, this corn. This red. Oh, this is beet. Sugar beet, right? They can sometimes make sugar with that sugar beet. Okay. This is very common. I eat this a lot. Huh? Broccoli. Yes, broccoli. Okay, this one. Huh? White. Cauliflower. Cauliflower. So we do have a lot of this in the canteen as well. Like cauliflower. Okay, this one is. Huh? Celery. Yes, I heard someone said celery just before you kind of show you. Celery. Pepper. Red chili. But this is a pepper, right? But usually this is the spicy one, right? So red chili. So for example, there are some people who just call chili, right? All right. Green chili. Okay. We have this in the canteen, kind of a new restaurant, put it there in front of your place here. Yes, sweet potato, very good. All right, what is this? Asparagus. You can say again, asparagus. This is very hard to say, right? Asparagus. Okay. This is. Yeah. No, this is it's olive. Olive. Okay, this is pumpkin for Halloween pumpkin. Okay, what is this? Fennel. Yeah, not very common, right? Or this one? I see a lot of this in the canteen. They cut it very small, right? To put in the on top of the how should you say it? Like you put it on top of the dumplings, put it on top of the soup there, like a. So this is a spring onion, right? So usually the leaves, right? You cut the leaves. Yeah. Okay, what's that? Turnip. What is this? Beans, right? Green beans, or sometimes they beans, right? Okay. Apple, avocado. Lettuce, right? Lettuce, yes. What's this? Zucchini. Oh, okay, zucchini. Do you know zucchini? No. Okay, that's the answer. See, there's a lot of vegetables, right? So sometimes you're more familiar, they're very common ones, and there are some ones that are not very common. You're not very familiar. Okay. So now let's go to the video, okay? So in the video part, I want to do something like this. So let me find the video here. For example, I have 13 videos, right? So what I wanted to do is like this. I wanted, for example, 2 people to volunteer before you watch the video. We're gonna watch the video, a very short video. You're gonna stand up and tell me, oh, this video is about, tell me, oh, this video is about this or that, right? So just for you to try to express yourself. If you don't know how to say in English, type in Chinese in your cell phone, translate, and then you can read it to help you, right? So to be able to speak in English. So watch the video, okay, this video is about this. And then tell me, and then a second person, oh, but also is about this. You can add, make some kind of a comment about the video, okay? And then after that, we will try to discuss the video. But I need at least 2 people. So, okay, what are the volunteers now? I need 2 volunteers. I'm going to put you in this spot. You're the first one, okay? So, okay, stay seated. And another one. Can you be the second one? No? Can you be the second one? Okay, so after the video, those 2 students, they're going to stand out, oh, this video is about this, I like it because of that, or whatever. Say something about the video, okay? Oh, I didn't like it because it's not my type, I don't like this kind of thing, whatever. Say something about the video, okay? All right, so the first one I put in here, number, right? Okay, so let's watch it.
I think usually just go to the rural area because they grow them cute and they are not polluted by capitalism because all the neighbors in like Beijing and Shanghai. How much money you have?
Really?
Oh, how you try?
Okay, put in the beginning again. Okay?
If I were to go to Asia, where would I go to find a great girlfriend?
I think usually just go to the rural area because they grow them cute and they are not polluted by capitalism because all the neighbors in like Beijing and Shanghai. How much money you have?
Really?
Oh, how you drive?
Wow.
The nice Chinese girl in the rural area grew up raising sheep and like cows and like feeding pigs and growing corn. They just have big hands, big feet to work. They don't even know they are pretty, and they would just feel very lucky to find a nice man who respects them and loves them.
If I were to go to
Okay,
Asia,
that's the
where would I
beginning.
go to
Sure.
find a
Okay.
great girlfriend?
Tell me something. Do you agree? Is that true? Do you like it? Not? You don't like it? Why not?
In the rural area also considered.
Okay, do you want to say something about the video? Say something about it. Tell me, do you like it? Don't like it? Do you agree? Don't agree? What else? Say something.
I don't agree.
You don't like it? Why not?
I think they can say China theory. They said the company said people.
Okay, good try. Okay. For example, we're going to do this with 12 more videos, right? So if you don't know how to speak in English, you can type in Chinese, right? And then you can translate in English, then you can read it. Okay, but let's try to understand what they're saying in this video. What are they saying? For example, there's a man, oh, how can I find a cute girlfriend in China? And then the woman is giving her opinion. You can find her in rural areas. Because in the city, girls are after money. How rich are you? Do you have a car? Do you have a house? Otherwise, I would not go with you. Now my question for you, is this true or not? What do you guys think? Huh? Yeah, okay, complicated, half true. What do you guys think? Is that true? Huh? Is that true? Tell me, what is your opinion? There's no right or wrong. This is a discussion. Remember, is that true? Huh? Not true. Never true? Never, never. Maybe sometimes it's true. Okay. So why you say this? Why you say, oh, it's not true?
Maybe in the rural area, girls also will also have to do how you keep this money or what the car you have.
Okay, I see. So sometimes in the rural, they also do ask for money. Okay. Okay, but for example, I have been here for 7 years. I have talked to a lot of students. Sometimes I ask this question, right? So maybe, for example, in the rural areas, they ask for less money. For example, Shanghai, they're going to ask much more money, right? Okay, do you guys want to talk more about this one or see the next one? Next one. Okay, next one. Okay, what are the two volunteers for the next one? I need other two volunteers. Okay, one more. Now we're gonna watch the video first, and then I'm gonna tell you something about the video. Okay, one more. Don't be shy. If you don't know how to say in English, you can type in Chinese in your cell phone, translate it, and then you can say it. Don't have to be saying too much, just a few words about the video. Okay, so we're going to be watching number 2. Okay, this is also number 1, but it's an interesting one.
Hearing the honk of the horn, the dog to the car and found its seat. It even greeted it. It turns out this was a dog daycare. Hearing the honk of the horn, the dog excitedly ran downstairs, hopped into the car, and found its seat. It even greeted its friends. It turns out this was a dog daycare founded by a couple, and they drive a school bus to pick up and drop off the dogs for elementary school every day. The dogs eagerly wait for the bus to arrive. The teacher helps each student buckle up, and once everyone is aboard, they're ready to go. At the daycare, the dogs are thrilled. In the summer, there's their favorite swimming class where they can't wait to jump into the pool and have fun. The teacher also takes them on hiking trips, always reminding them not to eat anything off the ground. Together, they explore the outdoors, letting the dogs unleash their wild side. The dogs are well behaved and listen to their teacher. Before leaving, they gather for roll call, ensuring no one is left behind. The dogs have a great time, and at the end of the day, the teacher safely brings them all home.
Okay. You'll be the first one. Tell me something about this video. Do you like it, not like it? Okay.
This video is about a dog care school, and the dogs can, if they are dogs, they
Okay, thank you. You. Okay, so this is what I want to ask you. Do you guys ever see a school like this before? For example, I never see it either, right? But to be honest, this would be for me, it would be a very nice job, right? How many of you like to have a job like this, to be a teacher in a dog school? Right? For example, I had a dog, so my dog is just like this one here in the video. I had a dog, this dog here for 15 years.
Hearing the honk of the horn, the dog excitedly ran downstairs, hopped into the car, and found its seat. It even greeted its friends. It turns out this was a dog daycare founded by a couple, and they drive a school bus to pick up and drop off the dogs for elementary school every day. The dogs eagerly wait for the bus to arrive. The teacher helps each student buckle up, and once everyone is aboard,
Okay, there you go. My dog was a border collie, like this one here. Very intelligent dog, very obedient as well, so he's a little bit.
they're ready to go. At the daycare, the dogs are thrilled. In the summer, there's their favorite swimming class where they can't wait to jump into the pool and have fun. The teacher also takes them on hiking trips, always reminding them not to eat anything off the ground. Together, they explore the outdoors, letting the dogs unleash their wild side. The dogs are
Yes, my dog would be like this one here, a border collie. So I have this dog for 15 years, very smart, very obedient. For example, you saw the dogs waiting to get inside of the bus, right? So if you train a dog can be very obedient. They're also very companion to anyone, right? So right now, the only reason I don't have a dog is because I live in an apartment. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. They're going to transfer me. I cannot be taking anymore with me, right? But I love dogs. So would be, I would, for example, gladly transfer my job here teaching humans to teach dogs. All right, anyone else wants to say anything about this video? No? Okay, let's see the next one. Okay, for the next one, I need 2 more volunteers. Just to say something about the video. Can you read the next one?
Yes.
Okay, and somebody here? You? No? You? No? You? No, nobody. You? It's easy, simple, right? You said 2 words about the video, right? Yeah, and you can you can use your cell phone, type in Chinese, translate. Is that okay? Can you do it? Can you do it? Come on, we're not gonna watch the video. I need 2 volunteers. 1 here, she said yes. 1 more. 1 more. We are here for a reason, right? So if you want to speak English, you need to force yourself to start talking in English, right? Don't be shy, right? You want to try it? Okay, so you. Okay, now let's watch the next video. Just say something. Oh, I like the video because of this. Whatever, say something, okay? All right, so the next one is, okay, this one here, number 2.
You can study for a half hour. It doesn't take a half-hour break to recharge your batteries. For most people, about 5 minutes. And this is where you go away, do something fun for 5 minutes. Call a friend, talk to a child, talk to a parent, a roommate. Enjoy some music. Do something you enjoy and actually say, this is my treat for having studied for 30 minutes effectively. Go back and here's what happens. Your efficiency is nearly 100%. Study a half hour, take a break. Study a half hour, study a half hour. Now, had she done that over a course of 6 hours, she would have got about 5.5 hours of serious studying and about a half hour of total break time.
Do you need to watch it again? Okay, let's watch it again. Because this is a tip on how to study well. Right? To have a better use of your time studying. Right? Okay, so let's watch it again.
You can study for a half hour. It doesn't take a half-hour break to recharge your batteries. For most people, about 5 minutes. And this is where you go away, do something fun for 5 minutes. Call a friend, talk to a child, talk to a parent, a roommate. Enjoy some music. Do something you enjoy and actually say, this is my treat for having studied for 30 minutes effectively. Go back and here's what happens. Your efficiency is nearly 100%. Study a half hour, take a break. Study a half hour, study a half hour. Now, had she done that over a course of 6 hours, she would have got about 5.5 hours of serious studying and about a half hour of total break time.
Okay, you can say something about the video.
The video is about how study more important and teach you how study more
Okay, study more efficiently. Okay. Anything else you want to say? No? It's good. It's good. Okay. Okay, thank you. You. Okay, the video. Okay, good. Okay. For example, the video is talking about how important it is to take a break, right? Because as we study continuously, your efficiency is going to get down, right? As you're getting tired, oh, your memory is not retaining more knowledge. It's going to be becoming harder to study continuously. But when you take a break, your efficiency go back to almost 100%. And then when you start studying, it starts going down again. So if you take another break, it goes back to the top performance. So that's the video study off. It is important to take at least 5 minutes break each half an hour. Because if you study for 6 hours, so we start here at the top, and then in the end, your performance is going to be 10%, very minimal. But if you take a break, your performance is go back. And then you study performance dropping down, get another break, goes back again. So this is a nice way of studying. Okay? Do you agree with that? Is that true or not? What do you think? It is true, right? I have been doing this, right? If I start doing something continually without taking a break, I feel like I'm getting sleepy, I'm not getting slow, I'm getting my attention is not the same anymore. So if I take a break when I come back, better performance again, right? So this is a nice tip for studying. Okay, next video. Okay, 2 more volunteers. See, I'm not asking too much, right? Just a few words about the video. Can somebody here? Can you try? Come on, please. Can you try? No, you can type in Chinese, translate and read. Can you? Okay, and you too. Okay, both of you. Okay, so let's watch the next one. So number 2. This one is easy. Okay, sorry. This is not the one I was thinking about. This is just number 3. Okay, sorry.
If I were to go to Asia, where would I go to find a great girlfriend?
I think you should just
Are you watching this video already? Sorry. So okay, this one.
Well, there are 3 kinds of jobs that robots have a hard time replacing. The first is blue-collar jobs that are non-repetitive. Robots cannot hammer a nail, they cannot pick up garbage, they cannot fix a toilet. Robots are very, very bad at non-repetitive blue-collar work. Second, emotional jobs. Jobs involving rapport with a human being a professor, being a teacher, being a counselor, being a therapist, all that cannot be replaced by a robot. Third category is imagination. The people that are innovative, that are leaders of society, that strategize, that dream about the future, those jobs cannot be replaced. So as long as you fit into one of these 3 categories, chances are you'll have a job for a long time.
So this is,
Well, there are 3 kinds of jobs that robots have a hard time replacing.
Do you need to watch it again?
The kinds of jobs that robots have a hard time replacing. The first is blue-collar jobs that are non-repetitive. Robots cannot hammer a nail, they cannot pick up garbage, they cannot fix a toilet. Robots are very, very bad at non-repetitive blue-collar work. Second, emotional jobs. Jobs involving rapport with a human being a professor, being a teacher, being a counselor, being a therapist, all that cannot be replaced by a robot. Third category is imagination. The people that are innovative, that are leaders of society, that strategize, that dream about the future, those jobs cannot be replaced. So as long as you fit into one of these three categories, chances are you'll have a job for a long time.
So this,
Okay, so let's hear. So what do you have to say about this video?
There are some kinds of jobs that are hard for robots to replace.
Okay, very good. Okay, what else do you have to say? Okay. So, I have talked to a few students. They're talking, for example, AI, artificial intelligence, is becoming a reality. Right? So I know a lot of the students are not doing their homework. They're asking the AI to do the homework for them. Right? Yes, ChatGPT, right? So even though ChatGPT doesn't work here in China, they kind of use VPN, right, to make it work, right? So, and also there's some Chinese AI, a lot of AI is popping up around the world, right? So this guy is kind of a celebrity. He's very, famous in the Western world. He's working with AI, and he's telling you what kind of jobs is not going to disappear, because AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs, right? So he's talking about, for example, teacher is one of secure jobs, right? Because AI is not going to replace the teacher, because it's kind of I remember when I was teaching online, it's not the same as being here with you guys, right? Looking at your eyes face to face, right? Laughing together, okay? Like that, this is a human, really contact. So AI is not going to replace that. All right, so this is an interesting video. Also telling you will have to choose well your profession, right? Because jobs are kind of some jobs are going away, new jobs be created. Sometimes you have to go back to school to learn a new skill. And I can tell you something, using this opportunity here. Language skills is one of the best skills that's never going to be replaced. I don't mean that, for example, translation cannot help. A lot of times you can use a cell phone to translate, but it's not the same when you hear in your own ears and understand it, be able to express yourself. If you have another language skills, you're going to find a job much easier, making more money than the people who can speak only one language. So that's why I always tell the few students come here, they answer, here, now, how to say, now, and then they go away. But you stay here. For example, she doesn't have credit, most of you don't have credits, but you stay here because you want to improve your English. That's commendable. Very good. Okay. Let's see another one. Okay, I need a volunteer, 2 volunteers, again. Okay, I don't need a volunteer. I want to watch this video. I want to be asking you to repeat. Okay? Because I cannot do it. It's in Chinese.
Como se diz 14 em chinês? 14. E como se diz 40 em chinês? 40. Então, como se diz 4 é 4, 10 é 10, 14 é 14, 40 é 40 em chinês? 40.
Okay, she's a Chinese teacher, of course, right? She's a Chinese person, but she's in Brazil teaching Brazilian Chinese. So what she's talking about is a tongue twister. So it's kind of hard to say because it's very similar, many words almost the same, right? So for example, she's asking Brazilian people, right? So she's teaching Chinese in Brazil. So how do you say, for example, 4 and 4, 10 and 10, 14 and 14 and 40 and 40, right? So can you say those things in Chinese like she did? Can you say, anyone? You could say, right, because you're Chinese. Can you say? Can anyone try here? Can you try? You don't speak Chinese? For example, how do you say 4 and 4, 10 and 10, 14 and 14? Right? She said right there, right? Like this.
português, 14, 14, 40 e 40 em chinês. 40, 40, 40, 40.
Okay, can you repeat it? Okay, but it's not easy, right? Okay, another student, can you say it? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, one more. Here. Will try? Okay, try it. Okay, every language has tongue twisters, okay? So Portuguese, English, Chinese, every language has tongue twisters. This is an interesting one. Okay. Okay, let's see the next video. Okay, this is a business lesson, okay? Let's see.
Have you heard the story of the pottery class? This feels like total modernism. So there's there's a teacher, he's got two classes that he teaches. And one class, he says, the only assignment for this whole semester is that you come back in the perfect clay pot. That's it, that's the assignment. The other class, he says, your objective is to make the most total quantity of clay pots, and it'll be measured by how many pots you make. And at the end of the quarter, the pots that came from the team that had to just make sheer volume, not only did they make more pots, but the quality of all of them pots was better compared to the teams that only had to make one. And it just underlines the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life, which is that volume begets luck, is that you can try to be lucky and pick the one perfect thing and try and make it, but if you don't want to try and be lucky, you can just do so much fucking work that you will brute force your way to figuring it out.
So I didn't ask about you, right, this time, but did you understand what he's teaching there? For example, he's talking about two spheres, right? So they have two groups of students. So for one group of students, they ask to make only one clay pot, one perfect. And the other ones, you can make 1,000, as much as you can. So for this group here, just make one perfect. And for this one here, make 1,000. So did you saw the results? Okay, so now that you know what he's asking, okay, let's watch it again and see what's the difference between group A and group B, okay?
Have you heard the story of the pottery class? This feels like total modernism. So there's there's a teacher, he's got two classes that he teaches. And one class, he says, the only assignment for this whole semester is that you come back in the perfect clay pot. That's it, that's the assignment. The other class, he says, your objective is to make the most total quantity of clay pots, and it'll be measured by how many pots you make. And at the end of the quarter, the pots that came from the team that had to just make sheer volume, not only did they make more pots, but the quality of all of them pots was better compared to the teams that only had to make one.
Okay, what are the results? This team has to make one, and this team has to make as many as possible. So who did a better pot? The one who made more. For example, this guy had just one job, easy, right? They can put all the time to make just one pot. So you expect that this one is going to be better. But the results are the people who try to make more pots. They end up making better ones. So for example, how can we bring this to our own life here? Because I see students, I'm not going to participate, I'm not going to say in English until I learn how to say perfectly. I'm not going to try to do something in English until I learn English perfectly. And there are students, they don't care. I want to try, and if I don't get it right, okay, I'll keep trying. I'll participate in English corner, I go talk to a foreigner, I go this and that, everything. So the student who try everything, doesn't care if he's doing right or wrong, he ends up with a better English than the one who's studying hard, trying to memorize. I'm not going to try until I get it right. Do you understand the difference? So that's happened, right? So for example, if you try hard, keep doing it, you get it wrong, okay, keep trying, okay, gonna improve next time, keep doing, right? So the more you do it, the better you become, right? So when you start doing something, you're never good at doing it. So keep doing, and they're improving. Little by little, we're gonna get better, right? Okay, that's the message for this one. Okay, next video. Okay, this one is very funny. Agnes omelette.
Yes,
A man on table 6 wants an eggless omelette.
he wants an egg. You can't have an eggless omelette, can you?
Why do we not have any?
No, because they don't exist today. Because there's no breadsticks. What are they made of?
Bread?
Bread. Very good. Okay, take away the bread. What are you left with?
Sticks?
No, kid. There you go. That's an eggless omelette.
Okay.
No, don't take the plate, Kiki. What are you doing? Please.
Just ask the nice man if he'd like his omelette made with whole eggs or just egg whites. You can leave the plate. There you go.
Yes,
A man on table 6 wants an eggless omelette.
he wants an egg. You can't have an eggless omelette, can you?
Why do we not have any?
No, because they don't exist today. Because there's no breadsticks. What are they made of?
Bread?
Bread. Very good. Okay, take away the bread. What are you left with?
Sticks?
No, kid. There you go. That's an eggless omelette.
Okay.
No, don't take the plate, Kiki. What are you doing? Please.
Just ask the nice man if he'd like his omelette made with whole eggs or just egg whites. You can leave the plate. There you go.
Okay, did you understand what's happening? Is it fun? So did you ever have an eggless? What is eggless? What does it mean, eggless? No eggs, right? Eggless, no eggs. So I want my soup without eggs. I want my soup eggless, right? So eggless means no egg. So what is an omelette? Omelette is a scrambled egg. The meaning of omelette is scrambled eggs. So how can you have an eggless omelette? For example, that's why the chefs out, they don't exist, do they? So how is it possible the man asking for an eggless omelette? So they don't exist. And then he gives another example to try to make her understand. Okay, breadsticks. What is a breadsticks? So breadsticks is a bread in a format of stick, right? So for example, there's an egg, there's a many formats, right? But the egg sticks is kind of an egg like this, right? Very egg very tall, very thin, like a stick, right? This is a breadstick. So and then we try to teach her out. Okay, so if you take the bread, what is stay with? Take out the bread. Actually, if you take out the bread, there's nothing, right? So she said a stick, but the stick is the egg, right? So the stick here is the egg. If you take out the bread, there's nothing left. And she said, the stick. But the stick is the bread. So he's trying to make her understand there's no eggless omelette. I mean, there's no eggless omelette. Yes. And then they want to show there's no egg. She kind of put this flavor in the egg, right? Like the flavor, right? And then she only puts the flavor without egg. Now this eggless omelette, there's no egg. And she's gonna take that to the customer. How do you think the customer will react? This is a joke. Do you get the joke? Right? All right. Okay, next video.
Hello?
Hello, Tom.
Yeah.
Hi, Regis Philbin here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hi.
We
We got your son John.
Okay, did you know this show here? Maybe not, not because we're here in China. But this was a very, very famous show in the United States. They kind of they transmitted in Brazil as well, right? So very popular. So the guys go there to the show, he answers a few questions, becoming harder and harder. If you get it right every time, he can achieve to 1 million. It's like this. For example, you got it right, you get 10,000. Okay, do you want to go again? Okay. So if you get it right, go to 20. Every time he gets right, it doubles the money, right? But if he gets wrong, he loses everything, and now they call another contestant. But every time they ask him, do you want to continue? And then the guy thinks, oh, if they only stop, they get the money that they have already win and go home with the money. But if they wanted to continue and they get it wrong, they lose everything. Okay? So this guy here is in $500,000. This is the last question. If he gets it right, he's going to win 1 million. Okay? Okay, so now let's watch what's going to happen. Not many people get to the $500,000. A lot of people get wrong on the 100,000, 70,000, whatever. They never get to $500,000. This guy was very rare.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah.
Hi, Regis Philbin here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hi.
We got your son John with us right now. He's doing pretty well.
Good.
He's won $500 million.
Wow.
And he's going for $1 million. And he needs your help to get there. So
Okay.
he's going to come on the line, read a question, 4 possible answers. One of them is the right answer. And the next voice will be John's. John, you've got 30 seconds.
Okay, so one more thing. They have a lifelines. So if you don't know the question, you can use some resources. One of the resources that you can call somebody to help you answer. So they can use it only one time. So he didn't use during the show, so he still had this lifeline. So he's calling his dad because it seems that he doesn't know the answer. So he's using the lifeline to call his dad, right? So he can help answer the question. So he's now talking to his dad.
John's right now.
Hi, Dad. I don't really need your help. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to win the $1 million. Because the U.S. president appeared on Laughing as Richard Nixon, that's my final answer.
Well, my gosh. What can I say except, Debbie, you're going to Paris, and this is the final answer heard all around the world. He's won $1 million.
Okay, I want somebody to tell me about something about this video. Anyone? Can anyone tell me something about this video? Huh? Anyone? Remember, we're doing this for fun. Just type something in Chinese, translate, right? And tell me something about the video. A few words. Did you like it? Is this guy confident? Yes, very confident, right? So not many, for example, this is kind of a trivia game. So asking questions about knowledge, common knowledge, right? So for example, the question there was what's the president of the United States? For example, they give you some answers, right? They give you what's the question? Okay. Which of these U.S. presidents appeared in television series Life In? All those 4 U.S. presidents, right? This is kind of a trivia, right? So, anyone wants to say anything about the video? No? Do you have similar shows in China? Yes? Reality shows? Did you watch some kind of shows? Because usually what they do is like this. When one show is becoming successful in one country, they usually the other countries try to copy it. Right? Copy and do the same show in your own country. For example, Big Brothers, they start making success, I think, I don't know where, and they copy Brazil. Now they make it more than 20 years, the same show every year because it's very successful. Right? So this one is kind of wasn't very successful either in many countries. Okay, next video. Okay, this is interesting. This is about pronunciation. Very good.
B-O-M-B, bomb. T-O-M-B, Tom, no, tune. T-O-M-B is two, that's boom, the bomb's over. No, that's one, that's two, get ready. Is this calm or cool? No, that's cool. C-O-M-B, comb. P-O-M-B, poem. No, poem is P-O with an E with an M. Now P-O-E-M, poem. H-O-E-M, home. No, home is H-O with an M with an E. H-O-M-E, home. S-O-M-E, some. No, that's some. S-O-M-E, some. N-O-M-E, no. No, that's N-U-M-B. The whole doggone thing is dumb. B-O-N.
Did you catch? So, for example, the guy's talking about pronunciation, right? So they put a few words there. For example, how do you say this one here? Bomb, right? What is a bomb? Something that explodes, right? So, for example, if this is a bomb, the next word, for example,
B, bomb. T.
So if that was a bomb, this one looks like there should be what? Bomb, Tom. But it's not Tom, it's Tum. So, for example, that's why it is important. For example, when you're learning a language, get used to listen to the language enough so you can become comfortable. So this is what I'm trying, for example, teaching my students in my class. I ask them to do a very simple exercise. I perhaps have told you this one already. Find a book that you can have an audio for the book. And then the exercise is open the first page. As you read, you listen to the book, right? Listen. And then when you finish the first page, you stop the sound, go back to the beginning of the page, and read yourself. This is a very simple exercise, but also very effective, because while you're listening, you're paying attention, or you're reading and saying, oh, this is how I pronounce this word. And then after you finish one page, you go back and practice to read that page. So your listening skills is going to get better. Your pronunciation is going to improve. You will learn a lot of vocabulary from the book. And you're going to be writing better because you'll learn spelling too. People who read a lot spell right. So this is very, 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 very simple, but it's so effective. And I teach my students, and I see no of them are doing it. I don't know why. Because if you want to learn English, you can do this for 5-10 minutes every day. Find a book that you like it. Write a book that you enjoy reading. And then listen for 10 minutes, read for 10 minutes. Do this every day. And then you're going to like to do it because it's a book that you enjoy it. Very interesting. For example, every language like this, for example, when these students start to teach me some Chinese, you can say one word, just change the tonality, you're going to change the meaning. So every language has those three things, right? All right, next video. Okay, this is interesting. This is going to give a lot of discussion here, okay?
All of Amanda's friends are my friends.
Where'd you find him? He's so sweet.
So sweet. Go get a drink. Do you guys want anything?
I would love iced tea.
Can I do like a strawberry lemonade and half-inch lemon wedge?
Yes.
I do it.
Thank you.
What the hell, Amanda? What was that? He just cut you off.
Oh, I think it's just because he knew what I wanted.
So aggressive.
Really?
Look, as your friend, I think you deserve better.
Thank you. Look at my hotel.
What's wrong, Glumpy?
Oh, nothing. Glumpy?
It's like a pet name, you know. That's what I call it.
Glumpy! That is so cute. He's creative. I know.
Just when you love someone so much, you just create it.
Oh my god. You know, it's so sweet.
I'm gonna go get that.
Look at him, so sweet.
What the hell?
What, Glumpy? A pet name? He was just teasing.
Okay, look, I'm not a psychiatrist, but there's teasing and then there's actual abuse. That was like physical, mental, everything abuse. It was like happening to me.
Why would he do that though?
I don't know, maybe because he's a liar.
All of Amanda's friends are my friends.
Where'd you find him? He's so...
Okay, what's happening there? Huh? They're fighting? Yes? Okay, for example, what do you think? the man is doing something normal and he likes her girlfriend, or you're the side of the bestie? Huh? So why is the bestie doing that? Huh? For example, the guy seems to have a very good relationship with his girlfriend, right? So they give her a pet name, cute name. Maybe they call each other only the names they know from each other, right? But and she said, "Oh, what the hell?" Right? So why is she doing that? Tell me. Do you think that ever happened in real life? So why somebody is doing that? Huh? Why? Okay, yes, you can try. Okay. This guy is smart, right? Type in Chinese, translate, and read the message. Okay, you can do the same. So why is, what's happening? So why the bestie, right? The best, for example, why okay, why is the, why is she doing this? Why? Oh, okay, very good, right? She's jealous. Maybe she doesn't have a boyfriend. Yes, maybe she doesn't have a boyfriend. She's jealous of the other one who has a boyfriend, right? You guys agree with him? Any other idea? For example, this is my opinion, okay? My opinion. Sometimes we do have friends that don't want us to be happy, but they don't tell us. For example, if you get promoted, oh, I found a good job. They say, oh, okay, good for you, but inside, they're jealous of you. Have you ever seen that? This is more common than you can imagine, right? So that's why you have to choose well your friends, right? So they really supposed to be happy when you're happy. Because sometimes people are happy in front of you, but when you turn your back to them, they kind of right? There's a movie, right? So stabbing somebody in the back, right? This is what she's doing. Trying to sabotage her relationship. What is sabotage? To destroy her relationship. Because she's very happy with his boyfriend. But now she's trying to destroy the relationship of those two. All right. Next video. We're getting to the end here. 10.
In China, if you're a woman, single, and over 30, you are called 剩女, which means leftover woman in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 老底橙, 卖姐姐, and 蝕做啦, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for stealing the gap of the stove. But if you're a man, single, and over 30, you are called 钻石王老五, which means a diamond bachelor in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 笋盘, which means quality real estate. In China, if you're a woman, single, and over 30, you are called 剩女, which means leftover woman in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 老底橙, 卖姐姐, and 蝕做啦, which means orange at the bottom of the basket, the sugar cane that didn't get sold, and the thing used for stealing the gap of the stove. But if you're a man, single, and over 30, you are called 钻石王老五, which means a diamond bachelor in Mandarin. In Cantonese, you are called 笋盘, which means quality real estate.
Okay, I'm not Chinese, so can someone explain this thing for me? Is that true? Is that really happening in China? Huh? So what is this? Can someone explain to me? I'm not from China, right? So what is this? Shan Yu? How do you say it? Shan Yu? How do you say it? Shan Yu. Okay, what is that? Can someone explain? Is she correct? Because, for example, there's a difference, right? If a woman is over 30, is a Shan Yu, right? This is a good or bad? Bad, right? But if a man is over 30, he's a, how did they say? She said, she translates as a diamond, right? Like this seems to be very good, not bad. So why is it for men good and for women bad? So why is this difference? Can anyone maybe explain? Can you explain? Anyone? For example, I will share my explanation, okay? Maybe, and then after hearing some of your opinion, I will share mine. And then you can tell me, I agree with you, teacher, I don't agree with you. But let's hear some of your opinion first. So let's hear your opinion first. Why is this happening? Why for a man is good to be over 30, but for a woman not? Single and over 30, she's a shani. Okay, here we go. Okay. She's not? Oh, okay, she's not as beautiful when she was young. Okay, I agree with you. Okay, did you hear what she said? When the girl is 30, she's not as beautiful as when she was younger. Yeah, okay. So anyone else? Anyone else? One more student before I share my opinion. One more. One more of your opinion, and then I'll share mine. Come on. One more opinion. If you don't know how to say in English, you can type in Chinese, use your cell phone, right? Use your cell phone to participate in this activity. Type in Chinese, translate to English, and then you can read it to me. Huh? I have been talking to students. Some of you may know already my opinion, right? But for example, I ask a student like this. Before I share my opinion, I ask you, the student, if you're looking for a partner, what's important for you? Most of the time, the girls are here with me saying, oh, I'm looking for a man who is stable financially. So a man who can hold a job, a man who can provide for the family. Usually, financial stability is the top, one of the most important things for a girl. But if you ask a man, what is he looking for a partner, they never say, oh, the girl has to be financially stable. No, the man answer is different. The man is, oh, she needs to be cute. She needs to be pretty, right? Okay, now we can go back here and look at, for example, look at the boys here, right? So do you have a university degree? Not yet. So do you have a job? Not yet, because you're still in school, right? So you don't have a financial stability yet. You don't even have a university degree. So your value is low. Because women are looking for a man who has a financial, university degree, a good job, right? You don't have those things. So you are very low value. That's why it's very hard for a man to get a girlfriend at this age. But now look at the girls, right? So 20, this is when you're beautiful. This is when you're young, right? So now you're high value, right? So that's why it's easy for you to get a boyfriend right now when you're in university, because you're the cutest, right? But now you're getting older, right? You finish school, getting older, so your value is going to decrease. And guess what? This value is going to increase, because he's going to finish school, he's going to find a job, he's going to buy a house. So as your value decreases, his value increases. So that's why women over 30 has less value, because they're not as beautiful. Men are looking for beautiful and cute women. And also one more thing, if he wants to be a father, he has to marry a young woman, because after 35 years of age, it's very hard to get pregnant. So if he wants to be a father, he has to marry a younger woman, right? So for example, I know in China, people are stopping getting married. A lot of girls say, oh, I don't want to get married. But in my opinion, you will regret that later. Because life alone is not good. That's my opinion. Right? Right now, you don't feel that because you're very close, you're roommates, you put things together. But once you finish school, start working, I don't know, maybe you're going to rent an apartment, be alone, you're going to feel, oh, life is alone is not very good. All right, that's a good video, okay? Do you like it? Something important here, right, to consider. Okay. We still have okay, this one is related, right? This number 11 here is an explanation for this one, okay? This explanation, okay, let's hear it.
A new study just came out. You could all find it on the internet.
Okay, you can hear this one, because I gave this one here to my students as a final exam. So I asked them to hear the video and then record the video to me, telling me what they think of this video, okay? So this is what, okay, let's hear it.
The happiest women are married with a family. They're the happiest women. Now, are there unhappy women who are married with a family, or divorced with a family, or divorced with no children? Are there happy single women? All of these exceptions never teach you anything. There are people who died in a car crash because they wore a seatbelt. But the fact remains that seatbelts save lives. The fact remains that the happiest women are women who are married and have a family. Okay. So this should be your number one priority. Find a good man and make a family. Now, if you have career ambitions as well, that's fine. Nobody begrudges that. But you have to have priorities. And your chances of finding a good man at 21 are generally better than at 31. And they're generally better than at 41. And that is the way it works in real life, not in the make-believe world of college teachers. College teaches you make-believe, not reality. And that is a reality. Megan has decided, I was mentioning that earlier, who has been working with me for 6 years. Her husband got a better paying job in his field. He's in the medical arena, and he has got a better job in Georgia. They're moving to Georgia. And she will be full-time mom and wife. This very bright woman named Megan. And I think that proves how bright she is. You can always work later. Now, is it worth getting a degree and having a background so that if there was a divorce or there is a widowhood that you will be able to self-finance? Yes, I think all of that is true.
Let's stop here for a moment. For example, he said you can always work later, but you cannot have a family later because there's a biological restraint, right? It's very hard to get babies after 35. But you can always work later. For example, I'm 54, I'm still working here as a teacher, fine. I can still work at 65. When they make me retire, I can still find something else to do. So work you can do your whole life. But family is much easier when you start younger. So that's what he's saying. He's not saying, oh, university degrees are not important. They are important. For example, if divorce happens, something happens, you have your skills, right? So it is important, but people are leaving the family aside. They're not getting married. And then he's going to tell you what's going to happen to those people, okay? So listen, I think it is true, because if you go here around China, anywhere in the world, asking older people who are single, what do they think of their own lives? So hear what he's going to say.
But that doesn't negate the great idea of getting the great help in your life. The number of women who called my show in the course of my career, 50 years old, they have a PhD, and they're the CEO of a company, and they make well into 6 figures, but they go back to an empty house. And they will go back to an empty house the rest of their lives, most probably.
Okay, let's stop with what you hear. For example, he said 6 figures, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1 million a year. This is a very good salary, right? So usually, for example, he's a host, radio host show. So people call his show, but a lot of them are women in their 45, 50s. They're good financial women. They have their own companies. They're CEOs of their own companies. They make into 6 figures. So money is not the problem for them. but they are usually single. They go back to an empty home. They have no one to share. For example, if you're happy, go back home, oh, empty. No one special to share. And now those women are trying to get married. So much harder. Now they're 50. When they're 20, it's going to be easy, right? 31, a little bit harder. 41, even harder. Not 50, almost impossible. They will remain single for the rest of their life. That's what he's saying. All right. So you guys have any comment? Do you agree? Do you don't agree? Most of my students, when they record a video, they tell me like this. Oh, I don't agree with this guy. I think career is better. A lot of people are betting into having a career than having a family. But my opinion is that you're going to change your opinion when you get older. That's my opinion. You guys agree? Disagree? Gonna say something? This is a debate, right? I'm trying to provoke in you. Ah, teacher, you're wrong because of this. You're not even my student. You can say something that you don't agree with. My job as a teacher is to inspire you to answer, to have your own opinions, right? To think for yourself, right? I give you my opinion and you give me yours, right? So maybe I convinced you, maybe you convinced me. I don't know, right? If you stay quiet, nobody is convincing me, right? All right. Anyone wants to say anything? Wanna watch the next one? Okay, we're getting to the end, right? So one more 13 videos. Okay. This one is.
I stood at the bedside of maybe thousands of people as they took their last breath. What people say in their final moments.
Okay, what kind of a person is standing by thousands of people getting dying? Huh? Maybe he's a doctor, right? Maybe he works in a hospital. This is where people get sick, they get frog, they go there. Then some people die, right? So maybe he's a doctor, right? So he's now invited to give a speech in a graduation, right? A commencement, okay? Now he's saying something here, okay?
Moments is pretty important. They don't mess around. When people are dying in their last words, nobody has ever said, Pastor Rick, bring me my trophies. I want to look at them one more time. Or even bring me my college graduation certificate. I want to look at it one more time. When people are dying and they know their time is short, what they want in the room is not things or trophies or achievement. What they want are the people they love. Eventually, we all figure out that it's all about love. It's all about relationships. I just pray you figure it out a whole lot sooner.
Okay, did you understand what he said? So we're getting to the end. All the students are leaving. Okay, you're getting late, right? So we're gonna finish this scope. This is the last video. But let's try to understand. What did he say? What did he say? When people die, they don't pretend. They're gonna tell you what they, yes, okay, go ahead. Exactly. So they don't care about their graduation certificates, they don't care about their trophies, right? So, oh, please bring my trophies, I want to see them one more time before I die. No, they want to see their kids, right? They kind of start, I should have forgiven my brother. So many years I don't see him. We have a quarrel, a fight. Now I don't see my brother. Now they're gonna die. Oh, I miss my brother. So they cut it off. Let's call the brother and say, I forgive you. Okay, let's meet next week, something. So people who are happier is always because of their relationships, right? So that's why getting married is a good thing. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, right? So everything that is good requires work, right? Require like a sacrifice work, right? But it's fulfilling. So I agree with this guy here, right? I don't have to be a doctor, right? But I see enough of life to give you, this is a good counsel. And I feel like a lot of people in this generation, not here in China, but all over the world, is making the wrong decision. They only think that career is the best thing ever. They'll think they'll be fine alone. I don't know. I don't agree with that. But we are entitled to have our own opinions. I love English Corner because I come here and I try to foster a good debate. I don't judge you for the opinions that you have. You can disagree, no problem at all. You're not even my student. I don't grade you. Don't feel shy to participate. I want to thank you today. A lot of you did participate. I love this kind of activity. I make lots of friends here. If you want to say something before we finish, you guys want to say something? Do you guys like the activity today? It was a good one? So, okay. So maybe this is the last one, right? Because next week I'm going to be giving my final exam while the students are starting their vacation. I don't think they're going to do any more English Corner this semester. So I want to thank you for every time that you come here and you stay in the activity. Because a lot of the students just come here, answer the attendance, and they go away, right? They only come here for the credit, right? But you're here because you want to participate. I kind of commended you for that. All right. So I'm going to close here. Thank you for coming. Yes, that's right too. Yes, sometimes they're not sure, but the more they come here, the more they start getting better understanding.
In my first time, I almost cannot understand all of it.
That's okay. That's normal. Remember when I was learning, I went to watch people talking. I didn't get everything the first time. So if this was recorded, if I watch a few maybe more time now, I'm going to get better. Start listening again. So for example, a movie. So if you watch a movie more than once, oh, for the second time, understand it better, right? So those things are not the same. Right? So okay, so which one? This one. No name. Okay. So friend. Okay. So okay. I'm going to change the monitor. I also take a picture of my phone. So I'll send the picture to you. I put the picture in the background, so when I open my chat, it's easy for me to. Okay, which one here? And you are Shane. Okay, yes, I need to, yeah. I have one I want to talk to you about. Not you're my friend, you don't have to be a friend, okay? So if you see me, you can have it.